Hello, I'm Megginson and welcome to the Megginson Method. Today we're going to go over 3 tips to increase your productivity. So many of us are struggling with procrastination and self-sabotage. We find it difficult to be as productive as we'd like to be. So these are 3 tips to help you manage that better. So the first is working on getting the right balance between sleep and exercise. So with sleep, most of us think that we're getting enough sleep, but we're actually lying in bed thinking about what we didn't do today or what we're going to do tomorrow. What we actually need are a minimum of 8 hours of real quality sleep. So meditation is a great way to quiet the mind so that you allow that sleep to happen. Now with exercise, most of us know that we need to exercise, but we want to make sure that it's exercise that actually stimulates the body, it gets you out of breath, but that you also allow yourself adequate recovery time. And that's the most important part. It's probably more important than the actual exercise that you're doing. And that's where most of us are getting that wrong, because we're working out, and then because we're living in this period of stress all day long, you never actually have that recovery for the body. And when you factor in that you're not actually sleeping well, when is your body going to recover? So what happens when we exercise is we're breaking down the body's cells, and then during that recovery time we build up those cells, but they build up stronger, and that's how we become healthier and stronger through exercise. But when is that going to happen? When you're not sleeping properly and you don't have that recovery time, because the body is under stress all the time. So stress is a huge factor in this, and that's what also limits us with our productivity, because we're exhausted all day long and we're just fighting this vicious cycle of exhaustion. And then we think that exercise is helping us, but it's actually just breaking us down more. And so finding a way to sleep more and sleep better and have that recovery time and decrease the stress so that we can be more productive. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, and for those of you who watch my videos, you know I talk about this a lot. So visualization, it's something that you want to get good at. Visualization means that we override all the negative self-talk that goes on in our heads that we don't even know about. It's all the negative thoughts, the negative self-beliefs, and all of this leads to procrastination and self-sabotage. It's the main reason for procrastination, because if you don't really believe that you're going to do a good job at something, you're going to find every excuse not to. And so by creating these visualizations, even if they seem silly to you, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. It just takes in the information, whether it's true or not. So if you can feed it positive information, these positive visualizations of you being very successful at whatever you're trying to achieve, then you'll start to live your life in a more productive way, because you actually believe that it's possible. And so it sounds crazy, but I have a video, my morning ritual video. You'll find the link in the description. Try it, practice. It takes a lot of practice, and you do get better at it with practice. And it will be a game changer in terms of your productivity and motivation. And finally, the third tip is hydration and avoiding that sugar and caffeine vicious cycle. So most of us think that we're drinking enough water, but we just don't. And so by having a bottle of water everywhere you go, especially next to your computer, so you're sipping it all through the day, is a great way to keep the brain hydrated. And then trying to limit or completely avoid caffeine and sugar is great for productivity as well, because what happens is it picks you up and then it drops you. And then you have to have more of it to pick yourself up, and then you get dropped again. And it's these periods of fatigue where you just feel exhausted and you're not getting anything done. So by stopping that complete cycle, you're just productive all day. And so thinking about ways to limit or completely detox from caffeine and sugar would be great. So try these 3 techniques for the next week and send me a comment on how you feel, and I look forward to hearing from you.